Hi everyone, and welcome to today's Matwork Pilates video. We're going to start on our backs, hands down by our side in a neutral spine. We're going to slowly lower one knee down to the side. Inhale as we come back to center. Exhale to lower the other knee. Inhale as we draw back to center. So making sure our hip bones are staying pointing up towards the ceiling. Good. And we're lowering with control. Waking up our core, really making sure our abdominals are engaged tight and we're drawing the pelvic floor up, like we're zipping up our pants. Good. One more here. And then resting, we're going to imprint our spine, knees coming up into tabletop position. Making sure our knees are glued together, palms are facing up, and we slowly lower both knees down to one side. Inhale to center. Exhale to lower both knees down. Inhale to center. So making sure your knees stay glued together and your ankles, and only lower your knees as far as you can use those lower abdominals to draw back to center. Good. Keep up the breathing. This is our last one. The knees are staying back up in tabletop and we're extending one leg out straight. Inhale as we return. Exhale to extend the other leg. We're alternating legs. Exhale to extend. Inhale as we return. Now staying here or adding in our arms, opposite arm to leg. Same breathing. We exhale as we really extend. Inhale, drawing back to center. Good. Remembering, if you are doing the arms, listen to your shoulders. Only extend as far as the arms allow. Otherwise, just focus on the legs. The lower you extend the leg, the harder it is. Remember, we're in an imprinted spine, so pushing our lower back down into the mat, so really engaging the core muscles. We don't want any arching through the lower back. Good. One more. Then sticking just with our legs, so right leg extending 5 times. Good. Really focus on that core engagement. Keep up the breathing. Exhale as we extend. Inhale as we return. Last one. And swapping to the left. 5. Here we go. 2. Exhale, really reach. Inhale, drawing back in. Remember, the lower you extend, the harder it's going to be. And relaxing the legs. Full body stretch here. Really open up the body. Then we're going to bring our knees bent and hands are going to come behind our head, coming up into our abdominal curl. So inhale, engage. Exhale, lifting up. As we lift, really making sure we're crunching down, pushing the belly button down into the mat, lifting through the head and shoulders. Inhale as we slowly lower. Exhale as we lift. Keeping that chin tucked in, giving yourself a double chin. Good. Eyes looking through your knees as you lift, not letting the arms or your elbows crunch in, keeping them out to the side. Last one. Then resting the head down and we're going to come up for our oblique curl. So same principles, we still exhale, lift, but adding in the twist. Inhale, untwist and lower. Remember, those elbows stay winged out to the side, so we're really thinking about taking shoulder down and across to opposite hip. Eyes looking up through the knees and then across to our thighs. Good. We've got one more each side. And then we're going to combine the two exercises. Alright, so we're going to do 2 abdominal curls and then 1 oblique curl either side. Good. And we're going to repeat this 2 more times. So 2 crunches. We're not rushing here. Focus on your breath. Exhale to lift and twist, or just lift. Inhale to lower with control. Last combination here. 2 abdominal curls. As we exhale, lift, thinking about crunching ribs down towards hips. Very good. Full body stretch. Taking nice big deep breaths. Hands coming down by our side for our bridges. So we inhale, squeeze the glutes. Exhale to roll the hips up. Inhale, squeeze. Exhale to roll back down. So really listening to your breath. Slowing it down. Making sure you are squeezing those glutes. Squeeze your bottom. On the inhales, that's where you check in with your bottom. Make sure your core, you haven't lost your core engagement. So making sure it's nice long line as we roll the body up. So check in with that core, making sure your hips aren't rocking and really trying to get as much lengthening through the spine as you can. Each time really trying to get those hips up a little bit higher. Last one. Then this time you're not going to let your bottom touch the mat. So we're going to push the hips up. You inhale, slowly lower. Then exhale, quick push straight back up. So as we inhale, slowly lower, we're not letting our bottom touch the mat in between. So inhale, slow control. Exhale, big explosive squeeze of the glutes and push the hips up. Good, not letting that bottom rest. If you do get back pain, this is a really nice one to do when you first wake up in the morning. Just to wake the body up. Good, alright. We've got one more. And then you're going to keep your hips lifted up. You're going to turn your feet out. So toes pointing out towards your mat. And we're going to continue the same thing. So not letting your bottom drop. So we're working a little bit different area of our bottom. So we're working underneath our bottom. So we want to get that nice and tight. So let's work hard here. Really making sure we're squeezing the bottom and pushing those hips up. So making sure the power is coming from your bottom. If you are feeling it too much in your hamstrings, the backs of the legs, move the feet a little closer towards your bottom. Good. We've only got a few more here. Keep up the good work. We've got one more to go. Good, keeping those hips up. One last inhale. Exhale, slowly rolling down, grabbing your knees, giving them a nice big hug. Flattening out your lower back against the mat. Taking a nice big deep inhale through the nose. And exhale, get rid of all of that old air. And then we're going to roll over onto our sides. So, lying flat with our arm extended, head resting on our arm. Your bottom leg can be bent, top leg coming up to hip height. Extending it out straight, foot is flexed, so toes pointing towards the front. And we inhale, swing forward, exhale, swing behind. So we've got 10 of these. Inhale, swing forward, exhale, swing back. Squeeze your bottom again. Making sure your hips are stacked on top of one another and your core is still engaged. So we're not rocking and rolling around on the mat. Everything is nice and stable, and that starts with a nice strong core. Really squeeze the bottom. Exhale as we swing behind. Inhale to swing forward. strong through the core. Good. Last one, then coming back to center, and we're going to pulse the foot. So pulsing up and down. We've got 10 seconds of pulses here. Keep the breathing natural and relaxing down. Bringing that top leg up and over, so resting the knee down. Your bottom leg stays straight, foot is flexed, and we're lifting and lowering. Exhale as we lift, inhale as we lower. So we're lifting the whole leg, movements coming from your hip, and we're working the inner thigh. So really think about using the inner thigh to lift that leg, making sure your foot stays flexed to really turn on the adductors. Good. And then we're going to keep that leg up, and let's finish nice and strong with some pulses. Away we go, pulsing up and down. Core stays strong. Breathing is natural as we pulse. Good. And then relax, and we've got to swap sides. So same deal, starting with our leg swings. Bottom leg can be bent, top leg extends out straight and coming up to hip height. Foot is flexed. We inhale to swing forward, exhale to swing behind. Core is engaged. Remember, we're not rocking back. So only take the leg as far as you can control and have a good squeeze and engagement of your glutes. Good. Inhale, we sweep forward. Exhale to sweep behind. Relaxing everywhere else except for that core that's holding strong. And we've got one more swing. And then we're going to keep the leg at hip height and pulse. 10 seconds of pulses here. Breathing naturally, really squeeze the glutes and resting down. Top leg comes up and over. And we've got our inner thigh lift, so bottom leg stays straight, foot is flexed. We exhale to lift, inhale to lower. Again, really pushing the hips into the mat so the whole leg lifts up off the mat. Good. Exhale as we lift, inhale as we lower. Beautiful. Keep that core engaged. And let's finish strong with our pulses, pulsing away here. Good. Breathing naturally as we pulse. Don't try and keep up with the pace of the leg. And relaxing down. Good job. And we're going to turn ourselves over, ready to do our plank. So remembering your levels with your planks, you can be on outstretched arms, you can be on forearms, you can be on your knees, or you can be on your toes. So really working at your level. Let's engage the core, squeeze the glutes, and hold nice and strong. Good. So keeping up the breathing, head looking above the mat. One long line. Breathing naturally as we hold. Good. Holding strong. And relaxing down. Knees coming out. Sitting your bottom back for child's pose. Taking nice big deep breaths as we recover. Because good news, we've got one more plank to do. So coming up and over. Getting into position again. Away we go. We've got 30 seconds. You did amazing on the first one. Remember, if you need to drop down, just lowering the knees. Don't let the body collapse. Holding nice and strong. Focus on the breathing. Squeeze the glutes. Remember, they'll help engage. Not letting the neck drop. 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Coming back into child's pose again. Catching your breath. Well done. We're here to get stronger. Good. Coming up and over onto all fours now. And we're doing our bird dog. So extending opposite arm to leg. Then we're tapping toe and hand down towards the mat, lifting back up. Inhale, coming back in. Exhale, extend and tap. Inhale, lift and come back to center. 10 of these. Good. So holding that core, engaging nice and tight, squeezing the glutes. So that we're really working the core, bit of balance, and the glutes here. Really good. Full body movement. Get a little bit of extension through the lower back, which is really good. So we're not often in this position. So really good if you are sitting a lot. Good. Last one. Then we're holding. Good. Lowering the arm and turning out your foot and swinging our leg out to the side. So working the bottom. Good. We've got 10 of these before we swap sides. So really squeezing the glutes. Making sure the foot is turned out so that we activate the glutes. And relax. Swapping sides. So bird dog. Exhale as we extend and tap. Inhale as we lift and come back to center. Opposite arm to leg. Remembering if the arms are too much, you can just do the legs or do them separate. Good. Really trying to square off through the hips. Inhale as you come back to center. Exhale, extend and tap. Good. Really engaging through the core. Remember that's holding us nice and strong as we extend through the body. And finishing with our hold. Here we go. Hold. Dropping the arm and then swinging through the leg. Making sure our foot is turned out. So we're really activating those right muscles. So we're really getting into our hip rotators and our deep glute muscles. Remembering we've got 10 of these. Looking good. Obviously the further you swing your leg around, the harder it is to control through the abdominals and hold strong. So only swing the leg as far as you are comfortable with. And we've got one more. Good. Then resting the leg down, coming onto our bellies. So we're going to finish with our Superman or overhead rows. So rowing back. So forehead staying on the mat and we row the arms. So we squeeze in between the shoulder blades as we pull back. Either sticking with your head on the mat or as you exhale, row back, we lift. Inhale, arms come overhead. Exhale as we come back. Really making sure we're pushing our lower back into the mat. Relaxing through the legs. Good. Really good for our postural muscles. So keeping us with our shoulders down and back. Really feeling this through the upper back. So really emphasize the squeeze. One more. Very good. Hands coming down underneath your shoulders and lifting up as we inhale, eyes looking up. Great work today. Exhale as we slowly lower down. Inhale, peel the upper body up. Exhale as you lower. Let's go for one more. And exhale through the mouth to lower. Good. Coming onto our backs. stretching out our glutes. So ankle on opposite knee, either pushing your knee away from you or lifting your other leg, grabbing your thigh and pulling it in close. And really relaxing into the stretch. So we want to relax everywhere else and really focus on the breathing. So inhale, tummy puffs out. Exhale, tummy falls. Let's swap sides. Ankle on opposite knee, pushing that knee away from you, or lifting the leg up, pulling it in towards you, resting the head and shoulders down, relaxing into that stretch, feeling it through the glutes, through the hip, maybe the backs of the legs, and releasing and grabbing both knees, giving them a nice big hug, doing little circles or just holding, keeping that back flat, whatever serves you right. Then you're going to bring both arms down by your side, slowly taking both knees over to one side, feeling it through the spine. A little bit of a spinal stretch here, and then you can add the head, so looking the opposite way, coming back to center. Knees come over to the other side. So only taking the knees as low as you feel comfortable. And adding in the head if you like. Knees coming back to center. Bringing them into chest and slowly rocking up and over to sitting. Sitting in a comfortable position, either kneeling or legs crossed, and taking your head slowly over to one side. Hands just down by your side, slowly rolling to the other side. Dropping through the shoulders, making sure shoulders are down and back. Slowly just doing a few little circles with the head and changing direction. Then interlocking your fingers, pushing them away from you, rounding through the upper body. Good. Taking an exhale, then inhale, lifting the arms up overhead. Arms come out to the side, bending at the elbows, pushing the chest forward, or if you want more, interlocking the fingers and pushing them away as the chest pushes forward. Whatever feels good for you right now. Then releasing, finishing with our 3 breaths. Inhale as we lift, exhale as we lower. Last one, inhale, exhale, and we are done. Fabulous job today. Enjoy the rest of your day. And don't forget to hit subscribe to get all our latest workouts.